Welcome to AI in Marketing. I am your host and news curator Stan Bertolo from Nitro Marketing. You will find links to all the stories mentioned in this episode in the show notes.
Hello, this is Nia, your voice for today's headlines. It's Friday, May 1. Here is what we are covering. Anthropic is reportedly seeking investor allocations for its latest fundraising round, expected to close within 2 weeks, according to sources familiar with the situation. TechCrunch has reported that the round is anticipated to be approximately $50 billion, with the company targeting a valuation of around $900 billion. However, due to high investor demand, the final valuation could exceed this target. Anthropic has not commented on these developments. Despite the strong interest, some early investors, particularly those who invested in 2024 or earlier, are opting out of this round, preferring to wait for a potential cash-out opportunity during Anthropic's expected IPO later this year. This fundraising round is likely to be the company's last private round before going public, aimed at supporting its substantial computing requirements. Recently, Anthropic announced that its annual revenue run rate has surpassed $30 billion, though sources indicate it is closer to $40 billion. The company's previous funding round in February valued it at $380 billion. If the current round achieves the $900 billion valuation, Anthropic would more than double its valuation and surpass its main competitor, OpenAI, which recently closed a $122 billion round at an $852 billion post-money valuation. These developments underscore the intense interest and competition in the AI sector as companies race to secure funding and expand their capabilities. Next, a Harvard-led study reveals that an advanced AI model, OpenAI's o1 Preview, has surpassed human doctors in emergency room tasks, including triage and diagnosis. The study, published in Science, involved researchers from Harvard and Stanford and tested the AI's ability to manage real-world clinical scenarios. The AI excelled in diagnosing rare diseases and complex cases, often outperforming human physicians. Evaluations were conducted by doctors unaware of whether assessments were made by AI or human experts, with the AI matching or exceeding human performance, especially in initial triage. The study highlights the potential of AI in emergency settings, suggesting it could improve diagnostic accuracy and serve as a valuable second opinion. However, researchers emphasize that AI should complement, not replace, human doctors. The study was based on text inputs, and ongoing research is exploring AI's performance with other data types. The findings suggest a need for further trials to integrate AI effectively into healthcare, aiming to enhance patient care while maintaining the essential human element in medical decision-making. On that note, Uberall's recent insights reveal a significant shift in consumer search behavior, with a growing reliance on AI-powered search engines impacting local businesses' marketing strategies. An estimated $750 billion in consumer spending is moving towards AI-driven searches, with 60% of searches ending without a website click and 68% of brands missing from AI-generated recommendations. This shift necessitates a new approach called Generative Engine Optimization, GEO, which focuses on optimizing entities for AI recommendations rather than traditional search engine rankings. GEO emphasizes being cited and trusted by AI models, requiring businesses to adapt their strategies. A 90-day plan is proposed to address this change, starting with foundational analysis to ensure data consistency across platforms. The plan progresses to context engineering, where content is tailored to answer specific customer queries, and surgical placement, which involves targeting relevant sites for off-page authority. The final phase involves orchestrating and compounding visibility through continuous monitoring and updating of content. Key metrics include AI citation rates, share of voice, and content decay. Brands that adopt GEO see significant improvements in citations and conversion rates, as highlighted in a recent Search Engine Journal webinar. The transition from traditional SEO to GEO is crucial, as zero-click behavior increases, making AI citations the new conversion surface. This approach requires businesses to maintain accurate brand information, create content that directly answers customer questions, and strategically place content on trusted sources to enhance AI visibility and recommendations. Meanwhile, TechCrunch reports that Salesforce is advancing its AI strategy by crowdsourcing its AI roadmap through real-time customer feedback. The company engages with its vast customer base, including 18,000 clients, to rapidly develop and release new AI products. This approach involves frequent interactions, sometimes weekly, to gather insights and adapt quickly to technological changes. Salesforce's AI initiatives include the launch of its agent management platform, AgentForce, and continued development of AI tools for voice and Slack. The company credits its customers for driving its product innovation, allowing it to respond swiftly to the evolving AI landscape. By integrating customer feedback into its development process, Salesforce aims to create solutions that meet the needs of various enterprises. This strategy has enabled Salesforce to roll out successful tools, such as an IT service management workflow developed with PenFed, to a broader audience. However, this approach also relies on the assumption that customers can effectively guide long-term product development. In other news, Meta is preparing to lay off 10% of its workforce as it navigates the challenges of AI integration and increased infrastructure spending. During a recent earnings call, CFO Susan Li admitted uncertainty about the company's ideal staff size amid rapid AI advancements. CEO Mark Zuckerberg emphasized that AI will enhance, not replace, human capabilities, allowing smaller teams to achieve more. Meta's capital expenditures have surged to between $125 billion and $145 billion, outpacing revenue growth, leading to a 6% drop in stock value. The company is adopting AI aggressively, with initiatives like AI Weeks and AI Pods. Other tech firms such as Block and Microsoft are also reducing staff in response to AI developments. With that said, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has shifted his stance on Universal Basic Income (UBI), expressing skepticism about its effectiveness in addressing societal needs amid rising AI adoption. Altman, who previously invested $14 million in a UBI study, now advocates for collective ownership models. He argues that fixed cash payments, while potentially beneficial, fall short of addressing the economic shifts AI may cause. Altman suggests alternatives like distributing AI compute or creating a public wealth fund to provide citizens with a stake in AI-driven growth. These approaches aim to ensure broader access to AI benefits, countering potential wealth stratification. Altman emphasizes the importance of prosperity, agency, and fulfillment, advocating for widespread AI accessibility to prevent further economic disparity. Moving on. In the ongoing Musk v. Altman trial, OpenAI's attorney William Savit used Elon Musk's emails and texts to argue that Musk's lawsuit is a competitive grievance rather than a charitable concern. Musk, who donated $38 million to OpenAI, claimed he was misled about its nonprofit status, accusing its leadership of exploiting the organization. Savit highlighted discrepancies between Musk's pledged and actual donations and presented texts from Siobhan Zalis, suggesting Musk considered for-profit restructuring. Musk argued his contributions exceeded monetary value, including reputation and credibility. The trial, which could result in significant financial and leadership changes at OpenAI, continues with further testimonies expected. The case centers on whether OpenAI's shift to a for-profit model violated its original nonprofit commitments. Elsewhere, Apple experienced unexpected demand for its Mac computers, driven by the need for AI workloads, according to TechCrunch. While iPhone sales and services revenue were prominent, Mac sales exceeded expectations, reaching $8.4 billion in the second quarter, surpassing Wall Street's forecast of low $8 billion. Mac sales increased by 6% year over year, contributing to Apple's total revenue of $111.2 billion. a 17% rise from the previous year. The growth was partly due to the MacBook Neo's popularity, which saw high demand shortly after its release. CEO Tim Cook noted that the Mac's capability to run local AI models, like OpenClaw, contributed to the surge in sales, particularly for the Mac Mini and Mac Studio. Despite this, Mac revenue remained flat quarter over quarter, indicating that demand has not yet fully scaled. Cook mentioned that it might take months to balance supply and demand, with enterprise demand also influencing Mac sales. Finally, War Secretary Pete Hegseth criticized Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei during a congressional hearing, calling him an ideological lunatic when questioned about AI's role in the War Department. The Pentagon's $200 million contract with Anthropic fell through after the company refused to allow unrestricted access to its AI systems. Hegseth defended the department's AI use, stating it complies with the law and does not make lethal decisions. Amodei emphasized AI's importance in defending democracies, but opposed its use for mass surveillance and fully autonomous weapons, which the Pentagon reportedly wanted. He stated that Anthropic's AI, Claude, is used for intelligence and operational planning, but drew a line at applications undermining democratic values.
Thank you for tuning in to AI in Marketing. If you want to learn more, check out the episode description. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Contact us to learn how to launch your own AI-generated podcast at nitromarketing.com. That's NYTRO marketing.com. See you tomorrow for more AI and tech news.